Okay, so we're going again. Interrupted by my wife for my stream for my wife. Now my settings changed, so everything should be the same. Okay, so I have it on the side. Back in business. Coolio. Okay, so let's see here. So I streamed for about an hour earlier, and then I went into my meeting and I did a couple things. And then now we're back at it. I actually really liked the stream that I was doing before, so I kind of want to go on that momentum again. I was still good girl, and I did things that I was supposed to do, and I was productive. And now I'm going to be unproductive. But in my last stream, we killed the clown, and I broke the eardrums of Big Boss, the chat that's been coming in and out the last two streams. Oh, fuck. Okay, you know what? I forgot I have to get my souls that I dropped. So I'm going to just run away, get my souls, pop an item that'll allow me to keep my souls. Okay. And then I'll do my best to survive. I'll probably die. What? Oh, I actually did talk about the meatloaf in the last stream. I mentioned about how good of a housewife I've been being. Did I say what to that? Oh my god. That's funny. Yeah, I talked about it in the last stream. I talked about the meatloaf in the last stream about how it looked like shit, but it tasted really good. Um, how great of a housewife I've been being, and the like. And it was a pretty chill stream. Well, no, sorry, I take that back. It was the opposite of a chill stream because I was basically screaming for the entire fight or the entire thing because I was at a point where I finally kind of figured out how to beat the clown, but I wasn't succeeding. So it was a thing of I kept coming very close to beating them, and I just kept yelling about it. Um, and then it turned out okay eventually. Um, actually, let's see. What's the item? Okay, so there's nothing here specifically. Okay. Okay, so the game audio is loud. Okay, so I'll turn that down. I had it low the last time I find, so I just changed it so that um, I upped it. So I found that last time, or like the streams I was doing before, um, the computer wasn't using the correct microphone. Like it was using the microphone on my headset that was like open, and I think what it was is that it was because it wasn't connected via Bluetooth. Like I think that the connected mic on the headset is needs power going to it, and you don't get that power when you just connect it through a line. So then I was able to test it out, and I found that I sounded a lot better. So, but it also makes me quieter. Um, so I was able to raise my audio up all the way, but now I find it like I looking back to my last stream, I didn't sound as fishbowly, but I did kind of take a bit of a overall um, loudness hit. I don't know what that. I don't know. I don't know what that would be. Um. Oh. Oh. Ah. But yeah, that was really good meatloaf. I did end up. I held back from eating the meatloaf, and I had um a burrito bowl. Now the problem is I made this big bowl where I took all of the remaining ingredients. Hello, welcome. Just playing through Lies of P with me and my wife, but you are free to join. We're pretty chill vibes here. Doing fine. Chill vibes and then going into freaking out. I'm doing fine. How are you? I was talking to my wife just now about the delicious meatloaf that I made last night. Being a good little housewife and then going into doing some streaming. What am I doing? I used that item to keep my ergo, and then I didn't spend them, and I was about to just go back into the thick of it. I just love being thick, I guess. That's good to hear. Um, what's it? Oh, I just started, or do you mean in general, or do you mean today? Because I just started the stream like 7 minutes ago. But I did stream earlier today. Oh, in general. Um, like 3 days. Or I guess like a week. I mean, I used to stream for my wife a long time ago, when we didn't live together, but now we do. Um, so it's been a long time. Uh, but now, just doing math here. Yeah, okay, I could do that. So now I'm like, oh, I should go back into it. So I think I did that last Thursday, I want to say. And it's been a good time. No, I don't. I mean, like, I don't know. I just find that I already had it set up to stream on Twitch from when I used to do it. Um, and like, I'm just doing this for my wife. So then again, streaming on YouTube might be better because the VODs stay up for longer, and the whole point is for replay value. That would be, I think that would be kind of smart to switch over to YouTube now that I think about it, just for like what I'm actually doing. You have given me things to think about with uh, small questions. Um, what is it? But yeah, I mean, I had a couple good streams last week, which has been like a nice, um, what is it? I find it's a nice thing to do on like almost like a lazy day, and I find it's almost a little addicting. Um, where what's it? Um, what is it? Yeah, I just find it's just like, oh, I'm not doing anything. I should do this. I should do this. Or like, I should stream for a bit. I should stream for this bit. Thank you. I did make sure that my PNG model was from like this is just a pit cross, but I made sure that was from one that actually allowed for use in media and things. So ethical pit crewing. Gets my little like zombie monster vibes in there. Yes and no. I used a pit crew uh template, and then I picked the options, but I'm not all that artistic. So I mean, I'm artistic, but I'm not in like a drawing way. So like I'm more of like a writer and like a poet, and I like creating things, but I'm not very good with a pencil or an e-pencil. I forget what disruption does. I think it's basically petrification. And that's where I'm kind of still trying to figure out what these enemies are doing. But it was a it was a bit of a long way to get to the point where I'm at right now because um, I did a stream a couple months ago as like a you know um, just kind of testing the waters. Yeah, I think honestly, I think the pit crew is down now. I think the last time I checked, but that might have just been like the tab might have just expired, or maybe I was just thinking of a different one because I had the tab open for a bit just in case I needed another reaction image. Or like a toggle, but I mean, since it's like, since I'm not really doing this super professionally, then I didn't really find that it was needed. It's interesting. I find a lot of the enemies in this game don't have perimeters, or if they do, they have very large perimeters. But there are still some people that have like a clear line. So like, if, for those that don't know, in Dark Souls and games like that, enemies will chase you, but especially in I think Dark Souls 1, it was a lot more clear cut or it was damn it, first time I saw the door. Um, it was a lot more clear cut where the boundaries are. So basically, if you were getting like messed up, um, then the legendary actress Adelia Corday. Oh, oh. Even those who envied her reputation loved her songs. Hmm. Oh, so basically you could run to a certain area and then the enemies that are. Yeah, I mean if I do that I would actually like hire an artist to do it. But again it doesn't really I do kind of if I do ever do like a full on model or I mean I'd probably still do some form of PNG, but I would probably do something like that just is a lot more expressive than just like 2 frames. Um, I would probably still do it like a kind of like a zombie girl type thing, and I kind of have this idea where I want it to be like you know how some like VTubers and things have like little creatures and things that represent their chat. I would want mine to be like a little worm, and that little worm like there we go. We got a door that actually opened. Like a little worm, and then like the little worm like talks, and like that's like, you know, saying things that the chat's saying. But this is all stuff where it's like it's not worth it for me to do that right now. So, um, it's kind of I kind of want to go down there to see what's there. Is there anything on the other side besides the boss fight? No. Okay. Well, I don't really have any healing either. I think what I'll do is I'll go back to the bonfire and then I'll get all my heals back and then I'll do it. Um, but yeah, I'd love that little worm, the little worm coming out of like my little socket or something, or like my ear. It might be a little gross, but at least in my head, it's still cute. Oh, but yeah, with the perimeter thing, um, it's kind of like a one way that's like you can cheese Dark Souls is like, especially later areas where they have a lot of tougher enemies like side by side, then you're able to kind of run to certain areas and then kill somebody, run to another area, kill somebody, um, and kind of work your way through that way. They pass through the door. It's time to understand the true meaning of the three pillars. Okay. Yeah, I can. I think now that I'm starting to enjoy streaming more often, um, I'll have to go back and make sure that the pit crew still exists, and if it does, then I probably will add more expressions to it, just because I've been having a lot of fun lately doing this. The great singer in Krat has arrived. Fuck. It's a shame she can't sing because her tongue was cut out. Oh, okay. That okay. That is unfortunate. That's probably the person that had a statue in the main hallway. Okay, so this is on the other side of that pillar that we saw earlier when I put the little lamp on. Okay, so that makes sense. Do what? Or are you asking for like me to commission you to make a model? Well, while I wait for that, I'll just. Oh, okay. So this is this door then. Wait. So then where the hell is this? Um, what is it? But the oh, sorry. My whole point of the perimeter thing that I kept talking about was there's a limit, or this game I find the perimeters are very long, and that big enemy with like the gear on their back, um, the fact that there was such a clear cut, like, oh, I'm at this point in this hallway, I have to stop, and I'm going back now. I don't really have the funds for that right now. There's a lot of different things that I want to commission eventually. Um, but I mean, maybe in the future I'd be interested in looking at that. I don't want to promise you anything though, because um, I'm not like, you know, I've got really bad ADHD and I forget things a lot. This guy reminds me of a person. Wow, what's the game? Is it Black Myth? Maybe it's just Dark Souls 3. Or maybe it's Bloodborne. There's an enemy like this. Maybe it's just there's an enemy like this in all types of. Ooh. Okay, great. Okay, awesome. Wonderful, wonderful. Okay, okay. Great, awesome. Hmm. Okay, well, maybe I'll reach out to you later when, if I end up looking at diversifying my portfolio, so to speak. But right now, I'm not really at that point, so um, I'll just kind of keep it as a reminder, I guess. Especially where it's like I'm not going to, this isn't going to be a main focus right now. I am enjoying it a lot and I plan on doing it a bunch, but I can't really commit to doing anything regularly, just with where my life is right now. And once I kind of get a lot of other things in order, then I could maybe see myself um, investing a bit, so to speak. A part of me wants to run and see when this person stops chasing me. This stream is much more chill than my last stream earlier today, because that was just basically nonstop screaming at a giant clown that wanted to kill me that I was just unsuccessfully trying to survive. Now this one's just like, it's almost therapeutic in comparison. I don't know, it's like, these guys seem both squishy but not at the same time. It's weird. I don't really know how to handle them. I mean, I guess technically they aren't squishy because they're dolls. So it's like, you know. Aw. Oh, I'm sorry, wife. Poor wife missing her bus. Or no, I guess she got her bus. I, I know I should be talking more, but I just find the ambiance is just so nice. It's like soothing. Uh, yeah, one sec. Or send me a whisper with your Discord, and I can add you later after the stream. Wait, what? That's like the opposite of how the perimeter was set up with them before. Goodness. I just had to send something quickly, that's why I stopped there. Okay, what is this? I feel like I should know why it went red, but I do not remember. Wait, what? I died from that. Was I that low on health? I didn't think I was that low. God, I love the look of this sword so much. I call it the Gerudo sword, or just like the sexy sword, but like it's so cool. I love it. I I kept calling it a cutlass, but I'm pretty sure it's a scimitar. Um, but it's so cool. I wish that I understand why they don't, but I wish that this game had um character customization. Parfait. Parfait diem. I'm just gonna run past these guys because it's just the three of them. And their perimeter seems to stop before this room. I don't normally care about that, but I mean, I don't find it all that important to... I don't have anything to prove. What the fuck is that red light? Oh! Is it because of the butterfly? What the heck? It's probably because of the butterfly. Okay, so I think that might just pull back around to this courtyard. So I think actually what I'm gonna do is I'm just going to run through. I'm just gonna ignore all of them. Get back my ergo and try to get that butterfly. Because before it's like I wasn't really paying attention, didn't see the gunmen, the toy soldiers, so to speak. I know they were having fun with it, but like I do wish that there was more kind of classical designs on what people would consider puppets. Like, like there's the toy soldier, which is cool, but then like, you know, there aren't really as many just like straight up dolls. Or like dollies, like dolly girls, like something you might see from like Little House on the little house on the prairie or something like that. Um, I mean, I guess these guys could be considered like almost nutcrackers, but I mean, again, they would be like toy soldiers. Um, I don't know. I just feel like there's a lot of interesting things that they could do with the designs, and I don't know. Maybe I'm being a little bit too uh, what's the term? Critical? Because I mean, realistically, like there's a, you know, they have so many different people here. They have so many different people, or so many different like enemies and things. Oh, is that telling me that I have more things at the hotel? I guess I can go to the hotel for a sec. Like I guess if you think about it, the person in the hub area, I forget what her name is. This girl by the record player. I guess she's kind of like a stereotypical doll. I love this song. This is my favorite song that I've found so far. I mean, I've only technically found two, but it's such a good song. It's so good, so nice.
At the House of Vanini, even priceless things have a price. Master Vanini carefully curated this collection box himself. With it, you have returned to us. The House of Vanini always keeps a few special. At the House of Vanini.
Oh, okay, cool. So that unlocks more. What is this? Butcher's Amulet, increased damage inflicted on carcasses. What would carcasses entail? Um, I guess inflicted on carcasses. I guess that would just be like almost like the zombified humans versus just straight up puppets. Reduces damage from strike, slash, piercing. Okay, so these are both piercing, but different. Okay. With acid. What do I have in a bag? Don't have anything. Okay. Tyrants. Tyrant murderer's dagger and handle. Crank that changes the weapon's properties. It alters the handle's ability. Increase handle's technique. Handle's ability. Restores weapon handle adjustment. Increase handle's weapon. Okay. Okay. And I think there was two things that
Isn't
popped up.
this a cryptic vessel? Well, I would expect nothing less from you.
Oh, oh, what do I do? Okay, I am back. I just had to
What I
stop for a
mean,
second.
of
Wife just
course,
came
is
home.
that this is a humble invention of mine. A cipher device. Once your information is locked in here, only you can get it out. Of course, once people realize the value of a truly unbreakable way to keep secrets, knockoffs flood the market. The trials and travails of true genius, forever copied, never credited. But you're welcome to take a crack at, well, cracking it. Who knows? It could lead you to something truly valuable. Or... No trouble at all. I almost consider it my old... There we... If you ever need me to help you decode another message...
What? Oh. Orders. Check the ground at the end of the cliff of Krat Central Station Street, where there is a good view of the ocean and Krat's landmarks. A shorthand report of the time it attached to mutual trust. I'll give you so much money as you want. Just let me out, please. Okay. Okay, so this is basically like a treasure map. So this is where it's Krat Central Station Street. Check the ground at the end of the cliff on Krat Central Station Street, where there's a good view of the ocean and Krat's landmarks. Okay.
I always welcome...
Should I stick with fire? Or should I go with acid? Acid seemed kind of cool. I'll leave it for right now. Can I upgrade? No, can I upgrade them? What is this? Exploding pickaxe blade. Ah. Can't upgrade that or that. Okay. Okay. So I should be fine to continue on with the weapons that I have. I'll stop in at the gold tree. And I will stop by Geppetto's workshop. Say hi to Pop Pop. I said that weird. Pop Pop. Oh! Wait, what the fuck? When can I open... Wait a second! No. This is... No, I've already been able to use this door. This is the beginning of the area that I'm currently in. This isn't a new place that I just didn't venture in. That would be ridiculous. Oh, thank God. Okay, we're good. This is actually a place that I've been. I did not just completely ignore a section of the game that I could have went to. That would have been troublesome. Okay, so I think the path to the gold tree is on the other side then? I only recently unlocked it, so I keep forgetting. Talk to me. I keep wanting to sing, but I don't know what the lyrics are. It's just so cute, and it's so like...
Stalker, please.
like melodic. Okay, so these are all... Okay, so those are all like uses of this cube that I have that I keep forgetting that I have. Which is basically like a second healing device, or it's another consumable device that's here that can be used as another heal or pretty much whatever you want to set your sights on. So I just bought. I'm going through and I'm buying one of each type in case I want to do something other than healing, which I personally do not see to be the case. Close your eyes, call to me, feel alright. Okay, I guess I'll do the boss. I'm gonna beat up this person though. Oh my goodness. See, my whole point about doing this is that I'm going to have to go off this rickety log here. And I didn't want to have to do this while being chased. But then I ended up losing like half my health bar dealing with that fucker. Okay, I expected myself to fuck that up on the first attempt. So I'm glad that I made it that far. Okay. Well, I don't really know what I'm dealing with here. I'm not going to win the first attempt. So I won't summon some... Well, never say never, you know? I have 39... Well, fuck it. Fuck it. Fuck it. Joke's on you, I already beat the clown. Are we theater kids? Is that why we're just allowing this to happen? We're just like, ooh, they're putting on a show for us. I do also love like the Clockwork Heart aesthetic. Okay, that was funny. That was funny. Hey! Okay, that was a little rude of us. It's okay, big guy. I also think that was a little rude. To be fair, we don't really know what they were going to do, but... I feel like we were made to be a little racist against our own kind. Okay. Okay, I feel like this is not... What is that? Are they saying... Okay, this is... There's like a big second phase to this fight or something. There's no way that they're this squishy. Like, I think they probably have a second phase where they get like fixed up or something, or like that. Yeah, no, their health bar is going down way too quickly. You're not tricking me. There's a second phase. Yeah. Wait. Yes. Okay. I was right. I was right. I was right. There was no shot that was like. You're not giving me a summoning, and not like that guy was simple. Especially in compare. Like, I know I sound a little conceited, but like just comparing them to the fucking clown that was outside of here. I mean, I know that the clown was technically optional. Oh my god. Jesus Christ, has this game ever heard of stamina regen? I feel like my my like flasks regen quicker than the fucking stamina does. And that requires me to hit somebody for that to happen. That was kind of ridiculous. Now, I will say I did do something very stupid there, which was I lit up my blade so it was on fire and it gave me fire damage. And then I accidentally switched my I don't know why I thought that was gonna fall there. Then I accidentally switched my weapon, which took the fire off of my other weapon, which is the one I was using. So, and you can only do that once per bonfire, so I lost all of the additional damage. It was very unfortunate. Okay. Cool. Cool, 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 cool. Yeah, I don't think, like, This is definitely not as difficult as the clown. I know I'm going to say that, and then it's going to take me like 50 attempts. But like this one, I at least I I I know I can beat this boss um, without too much trouble. It's just a thing of actually doing it. Like, fuck me. That's honestly more. God, I was so worried about that. Damn it. Now I'm gonna have to run all the way around. Okay. Take two. Might as well heal at the bonfire. That should have also been a tell for me that this boss wasn't going to be insanely hard. Um, because the run up for them is just terrible. Okay, I just had to mute for a second there. Okay. Did I do this? No, I didn't. Okay. distracted myself. Oh, excuse me. I have to get better at announcing that I'm going to be leaving for just a sec. Are you saying something, love? What? Yeah, we have enough food here. I don't need to. Yeah. Gotta put in our order. Despite the delicious meatloaf. We actually have a number of we have a number of good leftovers still in the fridge, which is why I'm like, I don't really need much. I'll get like a burger just because we're ordering. I tend to be a person that likes to put in a big order whenever we order, because it's like we don't order all that often, so it almost feels like a waste to order a small amount. But this has since been pointed out to me as kind of girl math of like, you know, oh, well, since we're spending money, we may as well spend a decent amount of money. But then it's like, okay, but we don't, like, if we're not going to order, we're not saving money by not, like, if we're only planning on ordering once in a week, it doesn't save money by ordering the amount that you would order if you were going to go twice. So it was kind of very backwards. Listen here now, okay? Listen, we had a good time. We beat the clown. I was right about this robot having a second phase, and I got a little, you know, I was talking to my wife about food. Now I'm thinking about food instead of this. Maybe you're the problem. I'm also a little bit overconfident because I beat the clown and I almost beat this on my first try. Oh, I want to make a joke. I want to make a joke so badly. Just that, you know, the court system would probably find you guilty. As innocent as you may be, I would probably, you know, they'd be like, you know what? Big Boss is the reason why she keeps losing. And then a bunch of transphobic people will come out and be like, see, this is the most transphobic, you know, person out there. I care so much about trans people. And this person's trying to harm the gaming of this trans woman? This is ridiculous. No, I don't think that trans people should be allowed to survive and live. But that doesn't mean that I like them more than black people. Every time I look over at my... No, it's 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 honestly like I'm kind of camping it right now. In like I'm enjoying this. I'm leaning back. I'm not aggressive with this. I know that I can do this fight. I'm not feeling like I'm stuck. So, if anything, this is a little refreshing. Though I wonder how long this is gonna last, because I feel like 3 or 4 more times of this, and I'm gonna be like, okay, what? Okay, that's gonna be the biggest thing. If I fall off of this ledge and if I have to keep going around, that's gonna piss me the fuck off. I had to do that once already. It was transphobic as hell. Let me just tell you, goodness. One thing I do wish is that the Spectre, or like the summon in this game, I guess they call it Spectre, I wish they were more similar to what it is in like FromSoft games, because normally they have some type of like story significance, or like, you know, you have specific summons for specific bosses, but the Spectre seems to always be the same, which I think might like tonally make the most sense. But it does kind of cheapen it a little bit, where it's like, oh, okay, so I guess I'm getting this person. I'm not going to get like, you know, one of these people, one of this person's underlings or something that can use fire, or you know, whatever. Like, you always just kind of know what you're gonna get, which I guess is nice to have that consistency, but like, you know, I think there's a reason why so many FromSoft games and so many like Souls like games as well in general have tried to add some significance to it, because I think especially with the way that this is set up, it it feels a lot more like the invincibility star that you might get if you fail a lot in like a Mario platforming game, where it's just like, okay, have faceless NPC help you. Like, literally the only thing about them is hair and like maybe like darkness and the sky. I guess if you look close at them, you can see some stars maybe. I don't know. Are you just on lunch from work? No, I'll let it rock because you didn't see it before. It's a dual no. Oh, just got to work. Oh, okay. Wait. So do you have like a 2-hour commute? Oh. That fucking sucks. Hopefully that's like a temporary thing of like you're assisting in an area that you don't normally work in, because if that's like a regular thing, or like maybe if you were like a contract worker, I could see that being like kind of chill, but like, oof. Condolences. Wait, what? What the fuck happened there? I mean, that is a good, like, you know, I understand. I didn't back when I was full time like 10 years ago, I didn't see the appeal of being full time, or even, I guess, no, when I was part time, um 10 years ago, I didn't see the need or like the obsession that people had with getting full-time status, because I was, I was doing like faux time of like where like I was part-time but I was doing full-time hours. And then I found that the change when I switched from that to actual full-time wasn't all that different. So I didn't really get it until like I realized all of the differences, and especially with like how, you know, every economy has gotten a lot more shit in the last 10 years. Or I guess maybe comparatively it's gotten better and then worse and then better and then worse. I don't even know how to like, I know right now it's the worst it's been, but I can definitely understand as an adult person like being like willing to give, you know, more of your time for the security and like the possible benefits of a full-time gig. That came out of nowhere. Jesus. Fuck. I mean, I don't really find either phase too troublesome, but I find that like it's easy to lose a lot of health if you're not paying attention. Yeah, yeah. Then the courts are coming for you. Anyway, good luck at work. I hope you have a nice day. Thanks for stopping in again. Oh, oh, that was the two things I was worried about. It was like I remember before I was like, "Oh, I want to beat up this doll because I don't want it to run into me while I'm on the pole." Um, at the strip club. But then I remember I lost a lot of health because of that little cretin. And so far, it hadn't really been that much of an issue to just leave it. But now I left it, and oh, oh, oh. The worst part about that is that I made it most of the way back on the you know the take two. Um, and I mean I only lost like 2,000 souls, so it's not that big of a deal. But like, it still hurts when it happens. You wait a second. There's a quicker way to do this, isn't there? Because isn't there a door this way? Oh my god, have I just been doing this the longer way this entire time? Oh wait, I don't think this is quicker. Because then I have to go back up that... Oh wait. Oh, yeah, that's way quicker. How much did I lose? I lost a little bit of health? Okay, 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 okay. This just became a lot less soul-crushing. Thank God. I wonder what that, like, did they just completely make it up, make up the subtitles of like doll language or whatever? Because like it vaguely looks like, I don't think it's Japanese. And maybe that's what they were going for, is they were going for like a kind of Asian-esque style of lettering. Because then it like, it almost looks like it's a real language, but it's not. But my other thought, like my almost immediate thought was like, wait, did they just not translate that? But if I remember, isn't this game like, I forget where this game was made. I sees. They weren't happy with me speculating on their ethnicity. But I mean, if you think about it from perspective of like programming, like these are things, like these were created by humans. I feel like they would want to do the most um, a language that is like the least up for interpretation. And I find that most like East Asian languages are very artistic, where like, um, the way that one, like, it has a history of calligraphy that can actually change like some meanings to it. Um, like with Japanese, there's the culture around like telling people the kanji that's used to make up your name, because it, like, that's almost where the meaning comes from rather than the actual name itself, where it's like, oh, my name is like Monto or whatever, but it's made up with one of the kanji that is used for Monogatari, which is monster, or like whatever. And then it's almost like it adds credence to like, it's like a much more valid version of like white people spelling of names, where it's like, oh, my name, my son's name is Garth, but I spelled it like J E P H I R E or some shit like that. And it's just like people trying to be like so individualistic. It's like, my child is not going to be named like Ethel. Not that I'm really one to talk fucking hyphenate name, but like, Cutlass might be better for this, because I feel like its energy regen is much higher. Honestly, I might want to switch back to the Umbrella for that, because it feels like I need a lot of like quick pokes for that second phase. And the Cutlass does have, or fuck, the Scimitar does have a much wider, like it's a slower weapon. Hmm. Man, it would be so awesome to main a dagger in this game. I think I will switch back to the Umbrella. Where's the... Where are you? Here you are. So it's... Oh, it's 193 plus 80. This is 149 plus 95. Hmm. Hmm. I mean, I can try it. I guess I didn't really get a chance to try the cut or the Gerudo sword out, but I can um you know, I'll try with the Umbrella first because I found that the Gerudo sword was lagging a little bit. Just a wee bit of a lag there. What I was talking about before is that, you know, with in Mario platformers, if you die a number of times, and I feel like everybody that's played a Mario platforming game made past like the N64 has probably experienced this, where they'll offer you like a almost an invincibility item, where it's just like, oh well, you're probably a child, so why don't you have this, and then you can have fun and finish off the level. And it's like, you know, that's something where it's just like, I'm not very big on, like, at least not anymore. I'm not as big as, like, you know, trying to, you know, shame people for using accessibility things and whatever else. But that's one thing where I don't think I would ever use it, because it's like, at that point you're not even really playing. Like, you are to a degree, but like, you know, it doesn't really feel like you beat the level. And like, clearly the mechanics are built for you to use the Spectre, but the like the kind of bare bones feel of the Spectre really makes it kind of takes away its legitimacy in a way, I find. It just feels cheaper. Okay. I was doing well there. Okay, I definitely think Umbrella's good. Because, again, the Gerudo sword kind of lags a bit. And that definitely gets a lot more fast-paced. I will say I think I underestimated the difficulty of the fight, but not to like a massive degree. I'll try one more time with the umbrella, and then I'll switch it up just for like, um, you know, uh, fuck, experimentation's sake. Wait, so what was it? No, it wasn't here. Right, it's through the door, up the stairs, and I'm like right there. I definitely think that using the special in the umbrella was a bit of a waste, because I don't find that like it's basically like a starter item, if I remember correctly. So use it like that was definitely a misstep. Was using the um the special on it, especially knowing where it seems as though if you collect your ego, then you get your special bars back. Hey, that was dicey. So like right there I died, I had like a bar and a half, so when I go and get my ego back, I know it's ergo, but I like calling it ego. Once I get that back, then I'll be able to I'll probably have like a bar and a half of special. Well, I won't say probably. I should have like a bar and a half of special. And also, of course, I didn't make it to the second phase, so I'm not going to count that as my one more time with the umbrella. A little bit of my soul left me there. I think that boss is the last of this section. Oh, wrong way. Because, like, I don't see this going anywhere else. Like, I've pretty much been able to go through every door and everything that I've wanted to go through. So I think this is like a section boss, and then from here it's either I go to the last area or just another area, because there's no more areas that connect to the hub world that I haven't unlocked. Oh, I forgot to check out the treasure map. I'll try this one or two more times, and if I still feel like I have a little bit of difficulty, I might quickly switch over to do that, and then that might be where I end after I check that out, because I just remembered that we did order food, so that'll probably be here within the hour. So I don't want that to get cold. Actually, honestly, after this attempt, I'm probably gonna go and check that. Or like, I'm not going to leave, but I will. I'll keep streaming, but I want to go look at where that treasure map up because I feel like I'm definitely going to forget that. Check the ground at the end of the cliff of Krat Central Station Street, where is a good view of the ocean. Okay, so Krat Central Station Plaza. Okay, so it's the beginning area, and then it says go by a cliff. Hmm. I need to switch back to my cutlass. Or my Gerudo sword. I need to look up what the fuck that type of sword is called between streams. Because I've called that bitch so many different fucking things. So let's switch that back. And then let's double check. Check the ground at the end of the cliff of Krat Central Station Street, where there's a good view of the ocean and Krat's landmarks. Okay. Welcome to the city of Krat. Okay, so by the edge of the cliff. I actually remember this area vaguely. I remember I used to farm here because there's so many enemies. Oh, but now I have to find a cliff. Maybe down this way? It would be funny if there was like a road sign that was like Craft Central Street. But like, so this is Central Square? So maybe if I go, I know, because that would be Central Station. Where the fuck did they tell me to go? Cliff by Central Station Street. So this is Central Station. I doubt that there's a street inside here. Yeah, so this is just the Central Station. So I assume the road... Oh wait, maybe on this side? No, this is more of the station. Man, like, I will say I'm not a massive fan of like the Souls-like storytelling, and especially with how they um keep track of uh oh what's of like side quests and things. I think like if you're wanting to put it in the game, you know, you should be willing to um you should make it more kind of enjoyable and uh apprehensive. not apprehensive. What's the term? Accessible for your players. But I'm not a game creator, so I don't know. But I will say, like, I never really paid attention to that station before, and just looking around trying to find what the fuck Krat Central Station Street is did make me look up and appreciate, like, oh, this entire thing is just one giant, like, station. Like, oh, like, look at this over here, and look at this. So I'm looking for cliff by the water. I think, if I remember correctly, this is just pretty much a straight shoot. Getting more souls from this than what I was expecting. I mean, I guess the amount is still the same. It just doesn't matter as much to me. Oh, okay. So this could be considered a cliff, right? Oh, okay. This is exactly where I was supposed to be. So then, what is it?
I see Hotel Krat. I do love this view. It is a nice view, but we must be moving.
So why was I... Fuck. I think I already came here before, too. Oh, and my food's here. So then, what is this showing me here? Ah. So, my eyes are like touching the monitor right now. Okay, so then what is that telling me? Check the grounds at the end of the cliff with a good view of the ocean landmarks. Fail to escape it. To save it. Survive. That's in God's hands just in case I buried extra equipment on the beach by the train station. There. Okay, so there's extra equipment buried somewhere. Okay, so then if it's here, oh, there's no like digging mechanic, is there? Yeah, I mean it's basically like also hello. Um, yeah, I mean it's not it's not terrible, but it's definitely it's more so one of those things of like if you try to parry, you better be kind of confident in your parry. Was it just for like the landmark thing? How is it? Oh, that tastes weird. It's like a Funyun or something. Or I don't even. It's like a Taki. Hmm. That is not like ramen at all. Okay, so if it's this, that's here. Is there a digging mechanic that I forgot about? Hmm. I mean, they're good. Maybe leave me a little. I want to look at what the hell this thing is before I end. So sorry, Ashley, you joined at a very bad time because I'm going to be ending shortly. But do want to look up what the heck this is. I do appreciate you stopping by. I just feel a little bit bad because a lot of my conversations were kind of wrapped up. Oh, I mean, like, if you, it's a Souls-like game, you know, like, they all have their different variations to some degree, but it's like if you're able to play one, you're able to play pretty much all of them. Um, but like people like to say, "Oh, well, Souls likes are like the chess of video games because like they make the combat into like chess," and I find that that's kind of um, gatekeepy and like hoity-toity, but it is kind of like a rhythm or like a almost like a puzzle game in the way that you have to deal with whatever, but it's really not as hard as what it makes it seem. It's like as long as you realize when and how to dodge, you can really kind of gain like I cannot under like it's kind of like when you try to like when somebody tries to be like, "Hey, I don't understand fighting games." And then they say, "Okay, you just need to learn to block. Learn to block and you are better than 90% of the people that are trying to learn fighting games." It's kind of similar to that. It's like if you're able to kind of get the kind of flow of when to dodge, they aren't really all that like I'm not going to say they aren't difficult, but um like they all especially have their own like kind of annoying moments where it's just like okay, this just feels unfair. What is this? This is the jeweled crypt. Okay. As you explore, you'll find out more reviews attached page. Okay. Climb down a ladder in the room, she'll cut back to the courtyard. Opera house, but instead you want to climb up the ladder, corner in the chest with a jeweled crypt vessel awaits. I have the vessel already. The vessel decrypted by the travel to the staircase or go back down the stairs behind you. Using the photo clue of the vessel as reference, use the check ground gesture. What? The check ground gesture? You bitch! What? What? Bitch, what? I don't even. I am stunned. The check bag gesture. Or check ground gesture. Is there has to be a quicker way to bring out gestures, right? Or am I just being stupid? You bitch. You fucking bitch. What are you talking about? So it's like here? I will say one thing that I do agree with is people saying that it's kind of like a you gotta take your lumps sort of a game, where it's like which again still has kind of bad connotation to it, but I mean, yeah, like it's also kind of why I say that like you kind of gotta, you know, you really have to kind of learn how the game kind of it's a learning curve, and that's kind of what I was saying where I was saying like take your lumps because it's like, you know, once you kind of have those kind of quote unquote like Dark Souls moments, um, you become like a much better player, and you're able to kind of figure out a lot more of like the smaller things. There we go. Okay, fuck me. What did I get? This? Atoned hunting apparel. It's kind of treasure hunting apparel for okay, that's so much better. I mean, yeah, I will say I've done that a lot more than going, um, I didn't deserve that, which I think is um, a better history to have than I think some people have. Um, what even was the other thing that I got? What are you Legionnaire modification? Oh, okay, yeah, okay. So basically that was useless. Um, but yeah, I mean, it's kind of what is it? You also do have to be in a mindset because yes, it can be if you're in not a great place or like if you're a little irked, the game is made to irk you as well. So it's like, you know, getting past that irk, and like, you know, almost getting this like zen like feel for it where where like you look into the void and you say fuck you and keep on going. um it's something that it's a very rewarding feeling. Because I mean, I had all of those annoying fans as well, being like, "You just don't get it. You have to just play more, and then you'll be good," and yada yada yada. And then I understand how annoying that is, and how like much that kind of puts people off from actually playing and trying the games and liking it. It wasn't until I decided myself that I want to like, you know, I maybe appreciate this game style, and I want to look at it more, that I actually started enjoying the game. So yeah, I mean, like all types of games and all types of things really have a possibility for very unhealthy methods. I mean, hey, I mean as long, you're still doing the fights. You're still enjoying it. You're still playing another round. So, I mean, that's a good. Okay, this turned into a weird like therapy session, and I don't really understand how we got here. Hmm. Yeah. Okay. So I'm ending because my food's getting cold now. Thanks for stopping by. I had a good time this stream, and a really good time the earlier stream that I did. Um, but yeah, cool. Enjoy the rest of your day. Hope you enjoyed.